The truth is that we're in a really critical moment in our planet's history. All of the hottest years on record have all occurred since 2005. Last year, 2020, was yet again the warmest year on record, and we become numb to it after a while.
We're seeing sea level rises, and that leads to more and more climate refugees, people who are displaced because of that and basically have to migrate somewhere else. And that'll obviously have many different consequences, socially, economically, politically.
If we keep at our current emissions trajectory, we're likely to have 3 to 4 degrees warming Celsius this century. To put that in perspective, the scientists of the world think that we can withstand up to 2 degrees.
What's the truth about climate change? I think it's bad. It's not too late to curb a runaway global warming scenario. It's not. But it is dire, and we have to act now.
The Gonzaga Center for Climate, Society, and the Environment is dedicated to bringing our academic mission to bear on the challenge of global climate change, bringing resources and capacity building to the Inland Northwest, both on campus and in our region.
All of the dialogue and the debate over the years helped clarify, the ways in which a center such as this is central to a student in a Jesuit environment, to their education, to their program of study. It really does, I think, set up a caring attitude, but also knowledge that is scientific and culturally specific. So I think in those ways it can really make a huge impact.
Gonzaga has a really strong, clear mission identity. The heart of that, as an institution of higher education, of course, is helping to educate students to live and lead in the world that we find ourselves. It matters what we're doing in our classrooms. What are we doing with our students? What are they learning? And then who are those students becoming? What are they doing in their communities as they graduate? And so it's just critically urgent that we use that academic mission to be of service to addressing the challenge of climate change.
We want to have students and teachers get the best knowledge that they can, and climate change is a multifaceted program, right? There's aspects of it that require science to understand, and then there's aspects of it that require our ethics and our personal philosophies and value systems to also tackle that issue. Through my work with Dr. Brian Henning and now the Climate Center, we have a collection of lessons plans now that tie in a lot to especially local climate issues here in the inland Pacific Northwest.
When you're a kid, you get taught that there's not really anything you can do, that other people make your decisions for you, that, what are you, one kid, gonna do and against this huge crisis that seems so scary and so daunting, so sometimes it's easier just to not think about it at all. But I never think that it's lack of passion in young people. I think that it's lack of knowledge. I think that in order to have that passion, it has to be run by some sort of emotion. And so it takes things like the Gonzaga Center to teach teachers how to teach their students about this. Because I think that as soon as you know the effects and you know what our future is going to look like without this change, then you can't not have that passion.
One of the ways that we are supporting teachers and students in instruction is by being really intentional with providing professional development to all of our instructors, but really targeting science teachers to begin with. And that's been part of our partnership with Gonzaga. Gonzaga and the ESD have reached out and really provided robust opportunities for our teachers to continue to grow their own understanding, as well as to develop lessons and opportunities that filter down to our students. And that's something we're really proud of.
I'm really excited for the center to just become kind of a leader within Spokane on this issue and give all these great opportunities to students to learn more, to organize together within Spokane.
Why is now the right time for the new Gonzaga Center for Climate, Society, and the Environment? Because the problem is so urgent. We have a responsibility to respond as an institution using our expertise as faculty members and as teachers and scholars and the passion of our students to help the community, help Spokane, help the Inland Northwest to begin to respond, to understand the problem, and figure out how do we go about surviving and thriving in this century.